Hi, this is Josh with Resort TV 1, and today we're taking you on a full tour of the Seas with Nemo and Friends Pavilion. We hope you enjoyed the video. And this pavilion actually used to be called the Living Seas, so we'll say it's the Living Seas Pavilion as well. And also, be sure that you're subscribed and click the notification bell to be notified every time we go live or have a new video. Also, check us out on social media. We're Resort TV 1 on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And this is the dive tube, where the divers come down and they actually go up into the tanks, feed the fish and clean everything and just keep everything in tip-top shape. Let's go in here and look at some of the exhibits. Exhibits are really beautiful in here. So this is an eel tank, and here is the eel right here. Level of the coral as well. And here we have some anemones. Not sure what the yellow fish is there, but we do have the blue tang in here like Dory. The exhibits are just so awesome. Alright, so apparently the yellow fish are actually tangs. So they have the yellow tang and the royal blue tang. And of course Dory is a blue tang. And in this tank we have seahorses. Also, I believe those are cleaner shrimp there. At least from watching Splash and Bubbles with my son. And big starfish. So here's a fun fact that I didn't know. They can range in size from a few millimeters to over a foot. Be crazy to see a seahorse over a foot long. And this giant screen here actually used to be the home to Turtle Talk with Crush, but they've moved it across the pavilion. So they've just got a sea life there, and it keeps changing. It's kind of like a huge screensaver. It's pretty cool. So somewhere in here are frogfish. I'm not sure what this yellow fish is yet. Well, it's got the eye on the back of it. This is one of those fish with the extra eyes, so it looks like the fish is facing the opposite direction to fool predators. It's kind of cool. Ah, there we've got Dory, our royal blue tang. Really nice one. This coral is so beautiful. Actually, that's an anemone, sorry. Such beautiful seascapes here. So we're out of that first room, and just to give you a little overview again, Turtle Talk with Crush is across the pavilion there. You've got shark exhibits on the right. There's the dive tube again. And the exit is right there where the orange letters are, Exit to Future World. And there's a stairway where you can go upstairs to look at different fish. And the huge tanks, actually, I believe the tanks here are over 5 million gallons. And actually, that's where you get off the ride right there. It's the Finding Nemo ride. But you don't actually have to ride the ride to get into the exhibits here. You actually can come in the exit and the shop area. So we'll show you that here in just a minute. And here we are in the Manatee underwater viewing area. There's one of them now. So coming out of the Manatee viewing area and by the ride here, don't miss these undersea viewing windows over here of the main tanks. We're going to go over and take a look. And here we are looking at the main tank here, one of the sides of the main tank. Not too much on this side, but quite a bit right here. And again, 5 million gallons in all these tanks combined. Now we're upstairs and we can get a bird's eye view of things. That's the first exhibit area I went into with all the coral and anemones and all kinds of tropical fish. And then you have over here the shark area and of course the dive tube here. And you can see this kind of looks like it's fashioned like an undersea city here with all the different fake tubing and all kinds of stuff. And the whole story behind this, when it was first the Living Seas, was that you had to take a hydrolator or a high-speed elevator to get down underwater where this particular pavilion lies. And now they've kind of dropped that story, but it's still pretty cool. And this is the Manatee above water viewing area here.
Mammal, there are 3 others. Do you think manatees lay eggs? No, they have live birth. And then another characteristic of a mammal is that they have hair. It can be a little hard to see on manatees, but they do have fine hair all over their bodies. And then the last characteristic of a mammal is that they are warm-blooded. So that means they can regulate their own body temperatures. They're not like reptiles, they don't need to lay out in the sun in order to stay warm. So again, the 5 characteristics of a mammal are that they nurse their young, they have live birth, they breathe air, they have hair, and they're warm-blooded. Does anyone they can find? Some manatees can eat over 100 pounds of vegetation every day. So that's almost 200 pounds of lettuce that we go through each and every day to feed our manatees here. Now I know what you're all thinking, how can an animal that only eats lettuce weigh about 1,700 pounds? Well, manatees don't have nearly as much fat on their bodies as you might think. And because of this, they can get cold very easily. They're not like other marine mammals that might have a thick layer of blubber to help keep them warm. So if their water temperature is less than 68 degrees Fahrenheit, they can get what is called cold stress. It's very similar to hypo.
Well, that was a really interesting presentation there in the manatee area. I hope you enjoyed that. And we can look here, now we're on the second floor of the windows we just looked in a few minutes ago. There's that same little fish scurrying by. Swimming, scurrying. All right, so here we are on the more active side of the tank, and we have a whole school of fish here. School of fish is really traveling together here. Really cool. And by the way, sorry if the camera is a little bit shaky. Disney, I don't think, wants me to use the gimbal on it anymore because it looks too professional. So, still got the low light though, but hopefully it's not too shaky. I'm trying to hold it steady. Put the big stingray down there. Is resting. I don't think there are quite as many fish in here as there used to be a long time ago when it first opened. Still awesome. Beautiful, huge tank. It was actually the largest tank in the United States and maybe even the world when it opened up. Back in, I believe, 1986. Is that correct? Either 1985 or 86. Okay, just looked it up. It was 1986 that this opened. And the reason it opened later than the rest of the park opened in 1982. The reason it opened later was because they had to make sure the ground was ready to handle all the water. Remember, the ground in Florida can be very soft just due to the high water table, and they had to make sure that the ground was ready for the weight of all this water so that the building didn't start sinking after they built it. And here's the other side again. Still pretty empty back there. Wonder if they're going to plan something for that later. Here's kind of a map of the area. 77 degrees. Now we're on the observation level. And the old Living Seas Pavilion actually used to have a sea cab ride where the Nemo ride is now. And we just did an Epcot history video all about that. So definitely check that out when you get a chance. The Stingray is going to come right towards us here. The school of fish is staying together. And this little tunnel here is actually the crush and squirt area where they ride the EAC and the ride itself. So actually the windows that used to be open here are no longer open, and it's just the movie that plays inside of this particular tunnel. But it used to be open and you could see above you and to the sides. It was really cool. We'll just continue to move around the tank here. Oh, there's some sharks. This fish is very friendly here. Sorry it's not in focus, but it's very friendly. Oh, I actually see a hidden Mickey right there.
We're going to take a guided tour around the environment, and we'll meet back here at that again, and I'll be released the rest of the dives. At that point, Samantha will be instructed, come on up to the window, we're going to take a video of you and her. It's our videographer's going to come to glass, so we're going to smile away. Anything you guys can do.
We'll continue around the pavilion here, the observation deck. Some beautiful sea creatures. And one of the cast members just a minute ago, I don't know if you could hear, was talking about they still do guided tours for guests where guests can scuba dive through this environment. I think you have to be certified already. I don't think they offer certification here, but if you are a certified scuba diver, then they will allow you to dive through this environment with cast members. And said you get a 10-minute guided tour. That's pretty awesome. And this is interesting here. They used to allow fish to go through this barrier. It looks like there may still be a way through here. Some of the skinnier fish could go through, but then the larger fish had to stay on the other side. So they may have more delicate fish on this side. I'm not really sure. Or fish that don't get along well together. I don't know. Looks like there are dolphins up here though, and maybe that's what they're trying to, who they're trying to keep safe. Dolphin way back there, kind of hard to see. All right, well, looking at the main tank there is just absolutely breathtaking. I always feel like I'm in another world when I do that. We're going to go take a look at this last exhibit upstairs here. It's very educational, using some of the Nemo characters. So talking about sustainable fishing. And just ways that we can help protect our fish populations. So everything is Nemo themed. We got Mr. Ray's over here we'll look at. But, you know, it's very educational. I think it's good. You know, they have a way for the kids to kind of relate to it. And by the way, down here, I believe is the entrance and queue for Turtle Talk with Crush. All right, we have all kinds of different fish here, and oh my goodness. Wow. Nemo is in full effect here. Neon goby. And here we have Mr. Ray's Pop Quiz, where you can get on these touch screens here and you can play a game all about your knowledge of fish in the ocean. Wow. Bengai cardinal fish. So these fish are endangered in the wild due to they're not being raised in a sustainable manner. They're being just taken out of the ocean, out of their habitats. There they are in a big group.
Yeah.
So again, here's Turtle Talk with Crush. 5-minute wait right now. Right through those doors, you can interact with your favorite sea turtle. Here's the exit, but we're not quite ready for that yet. We got to go check out Bruce's shark area over here. So let's go check that out. And of course, the first thing you'll notice right when you walk in is Bruce is available for a photo shoot. And he will take young children in his mouth, but luckily he doesn't eat them. Fish are friends, not food. People are friends, not food. There's also a little play area back here. So here we go, a little tips about sharks we don't want to bite you. There we go, different kinds of sharks here. This is pretty cool. Little guy is a little scared back there, got the big eyes. It's all kinds of fun back here. Wow, there's a good fact. Great whites can go over 3 months without eating anything. I did not know that. Some more facts about sharks, and we have also Bruce's Shark Challenge, where you can learn more about sharks. And when you are finished with your undersea adventure here at the Seas, you can go exit to Future World here, and this is also the entrance, but of course it's through a gift shop. Lots of great gifts here. I love this one. P. Sherman, 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney. And if you're curious, that was $24.99 for that P. Sherman hat. All kinds of great stuff here. Dory shirt there, I won't remember any of this. Even some food over there. Well, that's all for now for our 4K low-light tour of the Seas Pavilion. Hope you enjoyed the video. By the way, this is what I was talking about, how you can come into the aquarium area without riding the ride. Most of the time the ride is not a long line, but if it is, you can come in this way and avoid the crowd. And here's the entrance to the ride, Spaceship Earth, and that entrance to the aquariums and exit to the ride. The walkway is right there, just to the left. So if you're wondering how to get in without riding the ride, that's how you do it. Alright, so like I said, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please remember to subscribe and click the bell to enable notifications every time we go live or have a new video. Also, make sure that you are following us on social media. We're Resort TV 1 on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Also, be sure to check out our sponsors, MickeyBlog.com and MickeyTravels.com, for the best in free Disney vacation planning advice. Also, check out WindowRepairParts.us. Use the coupon code ResortTV1 for 20% off your purchase on WindowRepairParts.us. Also, check out MainStreetDVCResale.com. See how easy it is to sell your DVC commission-free. So for now, have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Bye-bye. Now that you've finished watching this video,
Be sure that you're subscribed so that you can get all of the latest updates. Also, check out some other great videos on our channel. Have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow. Bye-bye.